Today we're going to talk about World Book Encyclopedia. Encyclopedia is a way to find all kinds of information. The advantage of encyclopedia is we pay for it. So it's information that is paid for. You have to buy a subscription. You have to pay for it every year in order to use it. We know the information is accurate because of the reputation of the company, in this case World Book, and because since we pay for it, we know that they use experts in each field. So if you're looking for information on a subject, like you want to know about clownfish, then the article on clownfish in the encyclopedia is written by an expert. Okay, so the first thing you do is you go to the My Apps and you find the World Book. It looks like this. It should be at the bottom of your page. Click it, and it should automatically log you in. If it does not, then this is your username and password. So we pause the video, get that. If you don't, it doesn't automatically log you in. Case is important, all lowercase. Okay, so it logs you in. It looks like this. There are basically 4 different ways to go here. We want the one with the pencil, the student. This is the middle school one. This is the high school, elementary, and little kids. So we use this one usually, and I'm just going to give you some examples of how it works. So now we're into the site. It is a pay site. That's why we had to have the password. And my example is grizzlies. Now, grizzly bear. It will also find other information that maybe you don't want. In this case, the article we wanted came up right at the top. And here it is. Here's the article. It's about grizzly bears, and it tells you about the bears. You can see these maps and photographs. These are part of your licensing agreement. So if you wanted to use the map or the picture in your document, you could copy and paste these into your Word document. It gives you lots of information about the animals. In this case, it tells you how big they are. They're 6 to 8 feet tall. They're 400 to 600 pounds. It tells you where they live and their habits and that type of thing. And it tells you the source of information. In this case, Christopher Sermersch, PhD in grizzly recovery. So he knows what he's talking about. Now, this will read it to you if you didn't have your breakfast this morning and you want it to read to you. You just click that.
Is a large, powerful bear of western North America.
So it will read it to you. You can copy and paste this information if you need to, but make sure you cite your source. So you have to say where your information came from so you're not guilty of plagiarism. And to do that, let me do that again slower. You go to the bottom of the page and click here where it says how to cite this article in red. Click it and it will give you the citations you want. Now, there are 4 different kinds of citations. Ask your English teacher what you're using in your class. And you can just copy and paste those into your citation page. Another advantage of World Book. Okay, let me give you a couple of more examples. World Book is good for some things and not so good for others. So it's good for science, anything science related. So if I would type in hurricane, for example, it would give me a nice article about hurricanes. And here's all kinds of information, including a movie. There's a movie in here. And there's sound, what does hurricane sound like, and lots of information. Again, it will read it to you. And the pictures on the side, you can use these if you want. But make sure you cite your source, as I said before in the last article. Your citation is down here at the bottom and can be copied into your citation page on your paper. So World Book is good for science and it's good for history. So if I typed in here Caesar, it will find me information about people named Caesar. Here's Julius Caesar, Sid Caesar. There's probably Cesar Chavez in here. So anyway, let's look at this. Here's Julius Caesar. And he, if you don't know about him, he's fascinating. And again, the citation is here. Not a very big article about him. So if you wanted more information, you could go back to the beginning of of where you logged into WorldBook, and instead of selecting the pencil, which is the middle school, you could select the one for the high school, which would give you more information. Okay, so we are finding out that WorldBook is good for science, and it's good for information on history, either people from history or sometimes people that aren't dead yet, so they're not in history, but they're still around. So you could look up information on our current president or something like that. It would be in here. Okay, D-Day. So here's information on D-Day. And again, it's a pretty skimpy article. So if you wanted more information, you could go to the high school version, right? It's also not, but we know the information is accurate, which is nice. All right, so let's look. Things that this is not good for. WorldBook is not good for current events. So if you want to know about the latest shooting in Colorado where a bunch of people got shot or something like that, or you want to know the score of the football game that was played last night, it won't have that information. It's good for, again, science and history and biographies, so stories about famous people. Those type of things, WorldBook works really well for. Okay. Hope that helps. See you later.